Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon XD. We're going deeper into the Cypher base. We're gonna be doing more of that today. Yippee! So, let me just... Is my mic on? Okay, it is. Good. I didn't bother to check if my mic was actually, like, properly turned on. Yeah, how are all of you today? How is everybody? Because I was going to stream, I think I mentioned on Monday, I was going to stream yesterday, but I picked up an extra shift, and yeah, as I kind of predicted, I was way too goddamn tired to, like, want to do any streaming or anything, so I was just like, yeah, I think I'm just going to take yesterday as just, like, an off, just kind of, like, relaxation day. It was a really good shift, though, which I'm happy about, because after I had, like, accepted the shift, I realized, oh god, this is not only, you know, like, basically a Monday shift times 2 because of the long weekend, but, like, I'm gonna have to deal with all of the emails that would have been sent on Monday, like, just to the store, all the web orders, like, all that, like, bullshit built up over the course of, like, the day that we were closed. I was like, oh god, this is gonna fucking suck, especially because, like, I am just not a morning person, like, at all. So I was really worried that it was gonna suck. Thankfully, it didn't suck. It was actually completely fine. There really weren't a lot of web orders to have to, like, get that were built up, and even nicer, there was only one email, weirdly enough, that was sent, and it was just, like, a photo request for a kind of expensive game that we had, so I was like, yeah, sure, cool, this is completely fine. So yeah, you know, I you know, got to hang out with my one friend and co-worker that I'm really chill with, really like them, so that was a fun day. So yeah, I'm, glad that, should Thundershock him. So yeah, I'm glad that, it was all good. It was, effectively just a free day for more payment, because where I work, if we ever have, like, a stat holiday, it's really sweet, because if, we always close for every stat holiday, and we also get paid for that stat holiday, even though, like, we're closed. We get, I think it's, like, time and a half for a stat holiday, so, I got just paid for a day I didn't even have to work, and then I got an additional shift on top of that, so, this upcoming paycheck is gonna be, fat as hell, as the kids say. Which is, again, really great, because we get the water bill every 3 months instead of monthly, so, like, at the end of the month we're getting the water bill. We actually already, like, got it, but we just pay it, like, at the end of the month, just so we do, like, all of our, like, bills stuff, like, all at once. And it's about what I expected it to be, which is kind of nice. I was so worried because of the, again, like, last 3-ish months of, like, my recovery. I was really fucking worried. Oh my god. I was really worried that, the water bill was just gonna be like, Xander was gonna be like, hey, Aaron, the water bill came in, it's, $25 trillion, and that's your half of it. Also, we need it, like, now. I was so fucking worried that was gonna be crazy expensive, because during my recovery, I took way more showers than I normally do, just because, like, the hot water just really helped kind of, like, soothe a lot of the pain. Because I would do a daily shower every single day. I cannot leave the house without showering. I just feel fucking disgusting if I don't. I feel just fucking greasy and nasty. So I would do a shower every single day. And because of my pain, sometimes I would do, like, 2 showers a day. I was just worried that, like, doubling up so much would just, like, make our water bill so much more, but weirdly enough, it really didn't, which I'm incredibly thankful for. So yeah, things have been, just overall, like, pretty good. What do you got for me? Antidote. Now, Billy, you can choose caustic caramel, horrific hazelnut. It's caustic caramel. Oh right, mutating marshmallow or antidote. Caustic caramel. I'm going the wrong fucking way. Caustic caramel cream, horrific hazelnut, mutating marshmallow, or antidote. And then he just, like, eats all of them. Have I been down here? I can't, like, remember anywhere where we've gone. Okay, yeah, so we came through there. Was up there? Is that... No, I think that is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, because what was up here? Okay, yeah, just that. Okay, yeah, this is where we need to go. Speaking of Billy and Mandy, me and Xander actually started watching Ed, Edd n Eddy last night, because Xander was like, yeah, I just got like a really random craving to just like, you know, start watching this. So we did, and no, I have been here. What in the fuck? What to hecky? Where the fuck am I going? God damn it. But no, we watched Ed, Edd n Eddy because I was like, yeah, I just got like a random craving for it, and that show is so insanely goddamn funny. I learned a very long time ago that the show's creator, Danny Antonucci, is actually Canadian, which is kind of neat. And the way I learned this was from a interview where the only clip from the interview that I saw was 1 second of him simply saying, "Fuck America." And that was literally all it was, and I looked into him and yeah, no, he's Canadian, which is, you know, kind of neat. And if I recall correctly, that show was actually made on a dare to Danny Antonucci because he was a big proponent of, like, you know, not only is animation not just for kids, but there should be way more animation just for adults. So he did a lot of animation that was very, you know, inappropriate, I guess would be probably just the most simple way to put it. A lot of very, like, Adult Swimmy type stuff he did. And, yeah, so that was made on a dare where it was like, hey, Danny, I bet you can't make a show for kids. And he was like, fuck you, I can make a show for kids. And, yeah, he's a pretty funny guy, too. Unfortunately, I can't really check, but, my friend Xander, he was like, yeah, Danny just, like, reposts all, like, fan art and stuff on his Instagram, and, like, he was saying that he just posted this one piece of fan art of, it was the Canker Sisters, but, like, they were, like, adult, and they were just, like, for lack of better terms, boobed the fuck out like crazy, and it's, like, that's kind of funny, honestly, that they just, that Danny just fucking posted that picture with, and apparently there was zero caption, no context, he just posted it. It's like, that's kind of funny, honestly, that he's just like, yeah, fuck it, here's, like, Canker Sisters grown up, like, R34, have at it. This Jit is just completely weak to Jolteon. I've just been mowing his fucking team down. I think it's good enough to throw a Pokeball at. Man, it's such a shame that I wanted to use a different water type in this, because Vaporeon is just such a great Pokemon in this one specifically, and, like, again, I remember I was looking at, like, a kind of like a tier list of, hey, you know, here's how good these Pokemon are in, Pokemon XD, and admittedly, I kind of tried to go for, like, some of the kind of lower tier ones, just, you know, because I just think it makes the playthrough more interesting, and just, you know, for a bit of a challenge. I kind of want to use a lot more Pokemon that I don't usually see, with the exception of Houndoom Houndour, because I just fucking love them so much, and I just really, really want to use it. But apparently Vaporeon just, like, breaks this game completely fucking wide open, and is, like, just the objectively best one to go of the evolutions. Because I also kind of want to do Flareon, but again, just using Houndoom Houndour, like, just having two fire-type Pokemon be, like, my front runners for a while is, like, that just isn't a super great idea. Because if I come across, what's it called? If I come across a team that just fully resists fire Pokemon, that's like, well, I'm kind of just up the paddle without a creek, huh? Did I just say up the paddle without a creek? Jesus Christ, I meant up the creek without a paddle. Good fucking lord. Up the paddle without a creek. Like, yeah, man. Little boy, what are you up to? Is that, like, the second woman who's called me little boy? I could swear another trainer called me like little boy. I was like, I don't like that. That's fucking weird. Stop calling me that. I'm a fully grown ass man with like a beard and a savings plan going at a TFSA. I'm not a little boy, goddammit. Stop calling me that. You know, I always think about how fucking weird it is that Jigglypuff is just like in Smash Brothers. Like, I get that Jigglypuff was in the anime quite a bit too, just as like a reoccurring gag character, but like, what a just weird fucking Pokemon to just put in Smash Bros. And I remember like, when I was younger, when Ultimate first came out, and I was playing as specifically Squirtle from like the Pokemon trainer roster, and the fight was like, it was against a Jigglypuff. And again, I was just kind of thinking where I was like, how interesting is it that they just have Squirtle in this, just like as a character to play as, and then Jigglypuff as well. Like, if Jigglypuff wasn't a part of the original 12, because I feel like the original 12 characters from the first Smash Bros, these are like sacred characters. You just can't get rid of these characters. I know that Sakurai wanted to cut Jigglypuff from Brawl, I'm pretty sure it was. Like, she was always planned to be in Melee, but I think in Brawl, she was planning to get cut, but then it was like a last-minute decision to, like, keep her in. And I'm curious if she did get cut, how that would have affected Smash Brothers roster going forward, because that would have been like, okay, the original 12 aren't these, like, you know, sacred holy cows. They can just get cut at any time. I remember there was rumors about Ness getting cut from Smash 4, and fuck, the entire time leading up to release, I was like, God, please don't let that happen. Please don't let that happen. I would have been distraught if Ness was cut from Smash 4. I would have been so fucking upset, because I've been maining him since, like, Melee. So yes, I've been maining him since Melee, when he was, like, the second to worst character, or worst character depending on who you ask. So, like, I have the right to main him in Ultimate. Fuck you. I played as him pretty exclusively in Melee. I suffered. I did my time. I was in the Melee mines. I get to still play as Ness. Okay, but yeah, so kind of backtracking a bit as I was talking about this, it kind of made me realize, I was like, if they could just put Jigglypuff in this as just like a fighter, like, because if she wasn't a part of the original 12, if she wasn't part of the original 12, what is the likelihood that there would be somebody who'd be like, you know who my most wanted Smash Brothers characters? Jigglypuff. Damn, another Great Ball. Nice. You'd be like, yeah, I want Jigglypuff. That's my most wanted character. Like, I feel like it would just be such a, like, 0% chance for Jigglypuff to ever get in past, like, Smash 64. But that also kind of makes me think, if they could just put Jigglypuff in, if they can just have, like, Squirtle and not Blastoise, I would love if Blastoise was a character, honestly. I would really love that. I love Blastoise a lot. Blastoise is, like, probably my favorite fully evolved starter. It's, like, either that or, honestly, any of the Gen 3 Pokemon. I can go any way with all of them. Gen 3 is the one generation where, like, I really genuinely struggle on which of the 3 starters are my favorite. I generally go with Mudkip, just because I like Mudkip and, like, Swampert a lot. But, like, again, I can really go any way with any of them. Usually in each generation, there's, like, at least one where I'm like, eh. Either I'm like, eh, I'm not too big on this one, or I'm like, oh, I really don't like this one. I don't think there's been a single starter I have, like, actually liked since, I think Gen 5 was the last one where I was like, yeah, I like all these guys. 6 onwards, I'm just like, I don't like any of you fucking guys. I don't like any of these. Fuecoco was so close. So fucking close, but I'm just, I don't know, there's something about Skeledurge's design that's just kind of eh to me. It's just not really my thing. I can't really put my finger on it. I think it's the weird, like, not skull cap that it uses. I don't know, there's just something, like, weird looking about it. I'm gonna paralyze you. I seem to be struck by you, the way you make me move. Yeah, and the little fire bird that like sits on cells. I'm really picky when it comes to Pokemon designs, because there are so many Pokemon designs where I'm like, this design would be great if it wasn't for like one element. Ever since like, I want to say Gen 7, I want to say, there have been so many like really almost good Pokemon designs that get ruined by like just a single element that I really don't like, and I feel like a lot of Pokemon designs really should work off of the basis of less is more. Like one of the biggest offenders to me, one that like just pisses me off, I hate it so goddamn much, because it's so close to being like a 10 out of 10 design, is in Scarlet and Violet, Gravehund, I think the name is. I maybe mix it with Bolthund. Ever since I think the last gen where I can like bang name a Pokemon exactly is like Gen 6, I think. Maybe Gen 7. After that it just kind of all becomes a blur. Let me check. Is this it? Houndstone. Houndstone is the Pokemon. And Graveyard as well has the same issue. I would love these things if it just didn't have the little fucking, like, candle and then the little gravestone on its head. I think those are really unnecessary additions for designs that just, I think it just really kind of fucking ruins the design, because it's just such a distracting, non-important detail, because, like, yeah, I've had people tell me where they're like, oh, well, Darian, that's to convey that it's like a ghost type. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like the fact that it's a fucking skeleton dog is enough to convey that it's a ghost type. Completely fine. And they're like, oh, well, in the lore, it digs itself and it pretends to be a little gravestone. And it's like, you're really going to tell me that every single one of these has like the same looking gravestone? It's the issue that I have with a lot of other Pokemon that have like an object with them, or like something to that effect. Cause I'm always so torn, because I don't want to just sound like a Gen 1er being like, oh, this design is shit. Oh, but this one that does the same thing from Gen 1 is fine. But in Gen 1, one that's kind of similar to that is Machamp. Machamp has like the belt on it. And it, jeez. And it kind of raises this weird question of like, was it born with the belt? Is the belt like organic? Is it man-made? How did it get the belt? Where did this belt come from? Like, it's all like that, but I cut Gen 1 a bit of slack with stuff like that, because it's pretty clear going back, they didn't really have their foot down on a lot of like concurrent design elements and like what exactly the rules for what could and couldn't be a Pokemon were. And I almost feel like with Pokemon that have stuff like that in Gen 1, like, you know, Machamp or like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, I almost feel like those Pokemon were kind of more designed to be like, quote unquote, like unique in a way, like you weren't meant to see a whole ton of them. Because I think in Gen 1, the only Machamps, aside from like if the player gets one through evolution, I'm pretty sure the only Machamps are just the Elite Four guy, Bruno, I think it is. He has one, and then I think there's like a cue ball on Bicycle Road, or whatever it's called. Bike Mountain. What is it called? Cycling Road? Yeah, Cycling Road. I think there's one. There's definitely one in Fire Red Leaf Green that has one, and I think in Red, Blue, and Yellow there's one too. So like, there's only two in the whole game. I'm pretty sure, like, even with the Gengar, there's only one Gengar, and that's Agatha? What? Again, I'm sorry, I am horrible with remembering names. She's the Elite Four ghost lady. The only Gengar in the game. There's a couple, I think, Ghastlies and Haunters in Pokemon Tower from trainers, but only Gengar. I'm only a researcher here. I don't battle. I like that dude, he's chill. So so like, again, I don't mean to be like a Gen 1 apologist, just like cutting Gen 1 like slack with like elements that I give future generations, but like, I definitely feel like there's a bit of a like design disconnect when it comes to stuff like that. Like they definitely didn't have down pat, this is like what should and shouldn't be included with like a Pokemon. Bad news, Subnautica 2 is autistic, I'm the most autistic man alive now. Is Subnautica 2 good? I had it was a dad come into my work, and he was like, hey, do you guys have Steam cards? My kid really wants Subnautica 2, so I need to get some cards for that. Because I liked the first Subnautica quite a bit, because it's really weird. I'm terrified of the ocean, and I still absolutely consider Subnautica to be like a horror game, but it doesn't petrify me as much as I would like for it to. I think it's because they're all like alien sea creature designs, like nothing that would be on our world, so I'm able to kind of stomach it a bit more. And it's weird, I feel like it's kind of a weird thing to give a game where it's like, oh, I consider this a horror game, but it doesn't terrify me as much as I want it to, but I like it because of that. I feel like it's very kind of counterintuitive. Yeah, I want to get this fucker out of here. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Very much more of the same of the first one with a lot of good environments and creature designs. It feels very Metroid at times. Ooh. That's a really appealing description for it. This fucker has been getting nothing but just crit the entire time so far. Please don't kill him. Please don't. No. You son of a bitch. Oh, God. The game goes from super cozy and cool to, oh god, help me, oh god, what the fuck is that? Excellent, that's like the exact kind of thing you want out of like Subnautica. I remember in the first game, there's that one moment where, oh, thank god. There's that moment where you're in like that super, oh, that's why, he has fucking lightning rod. I just wasn't paying attention to that. I was just fucking yapping and just not even looking at what was going on. We were in that like super deep, like I think they're called biozones, the really like dark area, and your little scanner thing that like tells you where it's like, you know, warning, oxygen low. I remember there's this one part where it's like, warning, multiple Leviathan class entities in the area. Are you sure what you're here for is worth it? I remember when it said that and like a chill went down my fucking spine where it's like, oh my god. Like when your like thing gets sentience for a second and it's like, are you sure you want to be down here? Is like, this is fucking scary. This is terrifying. I think that's what makes it such a good like horror game, is that it's for the most part just like survival exploration, but then you get like little moments like that. Most terrifying part for me was when I was exploring the deeper ocean after a cliff I just looked down to see nothing but pure darkness and endless ocean. Fuck yeah, god no, that is like, oh god, it's like make my fucking skin crawl. Oh, what am I trying to think of? There's this one other thing too, but I recommend an 8 out of 10. Okay, cool, that's really good to hear, because it's always such a shame when like a sequel comes out for like a game after so many years, and it just turns out to not be great, so it didn't pay me, I guess. Yeah, okay, there was on Twitter I saw, there was this massive, huge, like 11 post thread about this person being like, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is the penultimate, or I guess not penultimate, but it's like the ultimate, like, art literacy test of whether game journalists actually understand the point of a game or not. And it's a really genuinely interesting read because, it kind of discerned that, like, a lot of people who were reviewing Yoshi and the Mysterious Book kind of poorly, a very big recurring theme was, this game isn't a traditional Yoshi platformer. They stray way too far away from like what made Yoshi's Island good. And then the ones that reviewed it like way more positively and a lot better, you know, 8 out of 10s and higher, they kind of get what the game is trying to accomplish, where it's less of a Yoshi platformer and more of like a 2D sandbox game that's more of a like zoology study simulator, I guess is how I'd put it. And I'm really interested in getting it. I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow, and honestly, because I'm definitely going to be playing Sly Cooper again, like no question. But I'm honestly thinking of starting my stream like way earlier and doing a first impression, just playing the Yoshi game and just kind of giving my thoughts on it, and then once I'm kind of done, once I've got my fill for like that session, going on to Sly. Oh cool, let me know you enjoy it, man. I have vague interest. It looks really cute. I think it looks really fun. I'll definitely, I don't know, I think I do definitely like want to play it on stream tomorrow. Also, I'm just running all the way back just to like heal my Pokemon up. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna try and get up really early tomorrow, go to my work like right when it opens, and then I'll pick up the game, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll start my stream at around like 4, maybe 5, you know, just do like a little, you know, 2.5, 3 hour, like, hey, let's play Yoshi, and then once, you know, I've got my fill of the Joshi, then I'll move on to Sly and then play that for the rest of the night, because I don't know, I wouldn't mind playing all of Yoshi on stream, but I'm just worried that, like, it'll be like a Resident Evil 9 situation where I'm just worried that, like, something's gonna come up for some goddamn reason. I'm just not gonna be able to play it for a while, because I'm like, no, I started it on stream, I have to finish it on stream. So I may, like, put my foot down and be like, no, this is just a one-off, I will be playing the rest of this on my own time. There's nothing worse in Subnautica than farming and enjoying your life and then frantically realize you need oxygen. Yeah, man, that would happen so much, where, like, I'd be going down and, going to the little, like, submarine pod things to, like, collect, like, whatever's in there. I'm, like, looking around, scanning stuff, I'm like, oh, this is so cool, this is so fun. And then I just get, warning, oxygen low, and it's like, oh, Christ, I'm not gonna have enough oxygen to get up there. I am going to die here. You know, speaking of, like, ocean water games, you know what game was such a huge disappointment, and it makes me so goddamn sad that it was, because I was so excited for it, was Endless Ocean Luminous. I'm so upset that that game just wasn't that great. It's not that it was like a horrible, terrible game where I was like, wow, this is like terrible. To quote Calculon from Futurama, that was so horrible it gave me cancer. It wasn't like that level bad, but it was like, oh, this is just like not as good as the Wii games. Because I love the Endless Ocean games on Wii. Those games are proper horror games for me. I honestly find those games scarier than Subnautica, honestly. Especially the second one, because there's an Easter egg in one of the levels where if you go to like a certain point, there's just like a fucking plesiosaur that spawns in the distance, and it's so fucking scary. It's so terrified. I remember when I was a little kid, when I was playing that, it made me want to fucking cry. I was actually so goddamn scared when it happened. And then in Endless Ocean Luminous, there's actually a biome that is like prehistoric shit, like plesiosaurs and mosasaurs and shit, but like all the fish in that game are effectively just they're just set dressing. They don't interact with you at all. You can literally swim directly through them. Even like the whales and stuff, you just swim directly through the whales, and it's like, oh, these are all basically just like set dressing for the areas. None of this actually matters, and it just immediately breaks the illusion of like, ooh, you're diving and these are like cool funky sea creatures, oh boy. I don't know, I just think Endless Ocean Luminous was just really, it was just really underwhelming. What is everybody's fucking problem with my Houndour? Why does everybody hate this fucker? Piss off, stop killing him. I want him to evolve already. My little man, my little Binky Boo Boo dog. Yeah, I guess. Fucking mud schlap. Hound hour, more like it's the hour to hound the dog. Exactly. I love Houndour so much. It's such a shame that Houndour was one of those Pokemon in, what's it called, Silver and Gold that was only available in the post-game just in Kanto. You know what really fucks me up? I kind of had this realization that a lot of the Johto Pokemon, or I guess not even the Johto Pokemon, the Pokemon that were introduced in Gen 2, a lot of them are technically native to Kanto because they can only be found in Kanto, like Slugma and Houndour and stuff. And it's like, yeah, even though these are Gen 2 Pokemon, they were introduced when Johto was introduced, these are technically Kantonian Pokemon, and it's like, that's such a weird, like, weird concept to me. There's something just off about that. It's like if in Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire, if like in the post-game you went back to Johto and like, I don't know, fucking Spoink and Grumpig were only available in Johto, that would technically make them Johto Pokemon. And it's just so weird to think about, and I don't there's something fucked up about that. Funny thing, I was actually planning on using Delcatty for this playthrough. I was going to use it, but then I think I realized that Delcatty is just like, as much as it hurts me to say because I love its design, Delcatty is just literal actual dead weight on a team, and there's just no fucking reason to use it at all, which is a goddamn shame. But I was like, I at least want to have a somewhat competent team. And yeah, I know in Gen 2, Karen is like, duh, the thing that makes a good trainer good is winning with your favorite Pokemon, not the best Pokemon. It's like, yeah, okay, Karen, I'm sure. He's fucking dead. This is not going well. Shit. Oh god, the rest of my Pokemon are fucking weak bullshit. Uh-oh. My favorite Pokemon is the one that wins. Same. Real as hell. Uh-oh. Okay, we gotta fucking take care of this thing. We need to get rid of this guy. Speaking of Pokemon, actually, today I went to my work because I had a lot of, things to finance, because at my work, I think I've mentioned before, there's the option to finance items. No interest, no extra percentage or whatever. It's just, you know, you just pay for 20% of everything you want to get up front, and then like for the next 4 paychecks, the other 80% are taken off, like 20 per paycheck. And I think the minimum is like 300 Canadian dollars. So I just put like a ton of bullshit just all together. I was like, yeah, I want to get all these. I got a Pt.2 Slim because mine broke in the move in a really, really weird way that I still can't explain. 2 Evercade games, Operation Raccoon City for the PS3, because that game, despite kind of sucking, has an amazing like finale, and I really want to play through it with Xander because it has a really cool thing that it does. The Resident Evil Generations pack on Switch 2, which is, oh my fucking god. Oh no. Look, we were gonna fucking lose anyways, so like it might as well just fucking reset it. I gotta say though, my other 2 Pokemon were fucking level 10 Shadow Pokemon. Delcatty was just gonna fucking wither them the fuck down. I'm just saving us the fucking, I'm saving us the time, cause there's no option to go back, like rewind. Am I a coward or am I just smart? Am I smart for not wasting our fucking time? But yeah, in this, there's no rewind function, which honestly is kind of, like, there is a create suspend point, so I guess you can still cheese Pokemon catches, which I will not be doing. I won't be doing that. Okay, like, look, because, okay, I accepted that I was going to lose. I was gonna lose no matter what, because, again, the only other Pokemon I had were fucking weak level 10, like, bullshit Pokemon that aren't gonna be able to do fucking jack. They won't be able to do shit. Yeah, no. Every character in this game calls me little boy or silly boy. This character is really interesting because she's almost like a progenitor to like the kind of, you know, archetypal like e-girl who's like the worst person that you've ever met. It's interesting. Pokemon was like really ahead of the time on this, I gotta say. I guess I gotta get rid of this thing like immediately because this thing created a lot of issues for Houndour. Oh, you're fucking dead. Oh, right, yeah, the other things I did, it was, yeah, the Resident Evil Generations pack, which is Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 on Switch 2. Unfortunately, they're all GameCube cards, but, like, I just want these games on Switch 2. It's so fucked up. I already had 9 on PS5, literally played through all of it, but I was still like, yeah, I want this. I still just, you know, want this. Because at least I put the offer in my work group chat where I was like, hey, I already have this on PS5. If anybody wants to, like, borrow this to just play through the game and not pay full price for it, let me know, I'll, you know, lend it out to you. Because that Generations pack is the only way to get the North American version of 7 and 8 on Switch 2. Because the only other ways to get the Japanese imports just by themselves, and I just really want the North American ones. And honestly, it's kind of a good deal, honestly, because I think digitally, 7 and 8 are, I think, $29.99 and $30.99 respectively, Canadian on the eShop. So you get both of those for like a reduced price, plus you also get 9 in its entirety. It's like, I don't know, that's kind of a good deal, honestly. It's less to get that than to like buy them digitally. And then, okay, the reason why I brought it up, the other thing I financed too, I added a Tyranitar plush onto it because I really like Tyranitar, and I think he's really cool, and he's like one of my favorite Pokemon. He's just a big fucking Godzilla, just a big fucking guy, and I like him a lot. I think he's cool. I'm terrified these guys are gonna go down again, so I'm just gonna like... I think you're more in need of it. Yeah. And then you get rid of him, and then we'll just gang up on the cat. The other fight is non-canon. It was a different timeline. It never happened. One of my party members, I'm really hoping luck is on my side and I'll be able to get it like sooner rather than later. It is entirely dependent on what's it called? The Poké Spot being generous and giving me what I want. Because it's not like the rare, because there's 3 Pokemon you can get per Poké Spot, a common one, rare one, and then like a super rare one. The one I want to get from the Oasis spot is like the kind of like rare one, like the medium rarity one. So I'm hoping, kind of hoping that I'll just like hit it really early, and I won't be waiting until like the final part, and then it's like, oh cool, there he is. There's my little man that I've been wanting to get this whole time, finally. Oh, he's in love. He's like, oh babe. Delcatty fucking babe. I love that they just very, like, unabashedly, very blatantly used the the Nintendo 64 models for all the, like, pre-Gen 3 Pokemon. You can really tell with Eevee especially. Oh my god, Eevee's face looks so fucking weird on its model. It's so, like, blurry and pixely, it just looks really off. But it's kind of funny. Also, god, I love how, same thing in Melee, you can tell Smash Brothers Melee was super, like, strapped for time based on how much they just used static Pokemon Stadium models for, like, everything Pokemon related. All the trophies, I believe, are all... I'm pretty sure they were all Pokemon Stadium models. And then Poke Floats is just the Stadium models just suspended in the air as you, like, go through the stage. There's the trophy battle events. I think one of them is for Eevee. And, no, it's for Entei. It's for the Entei trophy. And yeah, that model, that's just the stadium model, like, again. It's really, really, really funny. May I see that? This may be important. Let me through. It is really, really nice that with this, you just, it just teleports you back. You don't have to go, like, all the way back. Thanks to you, Darren, I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I learned a few things when I was in that desert lab. First and foremost, Cypher hasn't disappeared. The fact that they're still around is alarming. Worse, they're making more shadow Pokemon again. And worst of all, the prom's tomorrow! They are trying to create the ultimate Shadow Pokemon, one that is impossible to purify. Cypher must be plotting world domination using Shadow Pokemon as their weapons again, to counter Cypher's new Shadow Pokemon conspiracy. Director Lily, we did it! The Purify Chamber is finally completed! Oh my! Oh, what fantastic timing, it's finally finished! Lily, thank you. Thank you for pulling everyone together so capably in my absence. Alright, let's not waste any time. Let's go take a look at that Purify Chamber. Let's play Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. I don't think I actually have any just regular Pokemon to actually put in the Purify Chamber. Oh, I should be reading this. Your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together Pokemon HD Lab. Really, really weird thing about this game. Yeah, Darren, if your father were here, I'm sure he'd be delighted. Really weird thing about this game was the original plot was that, Wes, from the first game, was gonna return in this, but as, like, the antagonist. I guess, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely and all that. And, like, it was implied that he was the main character's dad, and he left behind that Eevee, which is why you start out with an Eevee in this. And that's one of those, like, plot points that I guess, you know, they just kept it in this, that the father, like in most Pokemon games, are just weirdly absent and just, like, not around for some reason. I just always found it to be a really kind of interesting plot element that they could have done. Obviously, I won't say, like, what the ending reveal in this is, but I don't know, I think having Wes come back as, like, the villain would have been a much better twist and, like, story than, like, what the actual antagonist is. Yeah. Yes. Okay. To be fair, Wes looks like a villain still so well that you got to play such a cool edgy character. Yeah, I like Wes's design a lot. I think it would have been really, really, really cool. I need to grab these off of these guys before I keep going forward. Do I have a... These guys are all so close. I want to keep the Teddy Ursa with me just in case we get more, like, Great Balls and stuff. Yeah, there's nothing I can really, do in here. But yeah, I like, Wes a lot in, Coliseum. I like Coliseum just completely, like, in general. I think Coliseum was a really, really, really cool idea that, I mean, they kind of just perfected it, frankly, with XD. They just kind of took the few issues that that game had and just made it better. I still think it is wild that you could only save at PCs in Coliseum. What the fuck were they thinking with that? What a horrible fucking idea. It is so inconvenient when you're playing Coliseum and, like, you just want to be done, but there isn't a PC for another, like, 10-15 minutes, and it's like, well, I just gotta just keep on playing, just gotta keep on going. Alright, where did my little brat of a sister go? Where are you? You. Isn't Daytan the man who's always fooling around with his computer in here? This is strange. Joey wonders where he went. If I recall correctly, he's kind of just, like, outside. Just, like, kind of on the road. What was the girl's name in Coliseum? It was Rui, right? The one that looked kind of like Misty. I think her name was Rui. I don't know if, there was ever, any... what's the term I'm looking for? If there was any explanation of what her role in this game story would have been. Because I always remember that sticking out, like Wes being the antagonist, and so I was like, whoa, that's really cool. But I never remember seeing anything about Rui and what she would have done, like what her role would have been. If she even would have been in this, at all. Now that I'm older and I kind of, like, understand what, the different things this are, like, the different, like, town names, I think the name, like, Pyrite Town for this area is, like, really kind of, like, kind of neat and kind of clever. This town has such an immaculate vibe to it. I love it. I love, 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 love this town. Just shitty and scuzzy. Like, oh, I love it. This girl runs like an asshole. If you kind of get what I mean, it reminds me of that video where it's, I think it was Batman Forever on the original Xbox. There was this caption where it was like, Batman climbs ladders like an asshole in this game. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And then I looked it up, and yeah, he climbs ladders like a fucking asshole. Yeah, I want to battle you. One of my very good friends, his name is Gale. Spelt differently, but anytime I just think of, like, Gale, you know, the leafy green, or just, like, in general his name, I'm always like, ah, that's a good friend of mine. I haven't hung out with some of my friends in a while. We really need to kind of get something arranged. Do something. Oh, I never grabbed those items out of the PC. I should really go get those. I think I'll give the charcoal to Houndour, and then I'll give the black glasses to Jolteon. Because I feel like I'm going to be using Bite for, like, a while until I get just, like, better moves. Oh, hey, look, it's our little lad, our little man. I don't know how I feel about Snubble. Snubble is just such a... I don't know, there's something off about him. I don't like that he has, like, a flesh dress. There's something kind of off-putting about the flesh dress. Because that's the same skin tone. And there's no, like, clear dividing lines between, like, its, like, hands or its arms and its, like, flesh skirt. I don't know how I feel about that. I like Granbull a lot. I think Granbull is a pretty cool Pokemon. I still think it's weird that they made it a fairy type. I get that it was originally called like the fairy Pokemon. Again, for some reason, it's very clearly a Bulldog, not a fairy. But I don't know. It's just weird that they made it a fairy. I also find it kind of weird that they made Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff fairy type Pokemon too. Because it's like, oh, that could have been like its niche to make it like a little better, or at least on par with Clefairy, but no, they just went and made Clefairy very logically, very good. Oh my god, I'm noticing just how much HP Bodhisattva has now. That's kind of funny. It's got the funny number. But yeah, they very logically made the Clefairy line all pure fairy Pokemon. Again, really makes sense. I totally get why they did that. But now it's like, I feel like Wigglytuff is just always living in the shadow of Clefairy. Because like, Clefairy really is just like a better version of Wigglytuff. It's kind of a shame. Because in Gen 1, you get Jigglypuff and Clefairy effectively in the exact same area. They're both normal type Pokemon. They both evolve with a Moonstone, and they're both mixed attackers, where they have crazy good, like, type coverage with its moves. But the only difference is that Clefairy just has objectively better stats. I think they have around the same stat total, but it's just, I guess one of those things where it's like, why would you use Wigglytuff over Clefairy? Unless you just like Wigglytuff more, which, you know, fair play. I can't really, you know, knock somebody for wanting to use it for that reason. Do you have an item? No. I think over here in the, in the Coliseum, there is a PC that I can use. Yes, right there. Right, you can use the Purified Chamber from just like anywhere. I forgot that. I thought you had to go back to the place, the lab. I may even just keep these two in my party, honestly. You're close enough. Give me that, and give me that. All right, excellent. God, now that I have like the affiliate stuff, while not actually being affiliate, there's like a little scrolling thing at the top of my like little chat thing that keeps on like changing every like minute or so, and like one of them is like this big purple bar, and every time it switches, I keep on thinking that it no, wait, you do have to go back to the lab every time you want to do this. I forgot. You can only edit these. Right. Yeah, fuck. Okay, well, guess we're running back. We gotta run it back. But, yeah, it just swapped to the other thing. I keep on thinking it's like a new message in the chat out of the corner of my eye, and I just keep on looking. I'm like, what changed? I was like, god damn it. I kind of wish there was a way to close this. It's just yeah, cheer your way to the top, and then gift a subscription. That's just what it keeps on swapping to, and it's like, can I get rid of this? I don't want to see this. It's just like, it's just distracting me. You know what's really weird, I noticed, because I like to look at my YouTube analytics a lot, just because I'm just kind of always interested in seeing, like, you know, how long are people actually watching this for? Are people actually enjoying this? And weirdly enough, in retrospect, my Scooby-Doo playthrough has really, really, really good watch time retention. Like the cumulative like watch time is really, really high, and the like average view duration is really, really high as well. And I was really weirded out and confused by that. Which I know you may be thinking, oh, Darian, have more confidence in your stuff, which, don't worry, I do. But it was just one of those things where it's like, how come this one is the one that people seem to really, really, really be into and really, really like? And I was just kind of like, not like baffled by it, but it was just one of those things where it was like, what's the explanation behind this? Why is this one just suddenly really, really popular? And I kind of had a realization where I'm like, oh god, I think I know why. Because, hear me out. It's Scooby-Doo. That's a kid's show, cartoon. YouTube has a really known issue for just, having, you know, parents will just give their kids like an iPad or a tablet and just kind of let them go at it. And autoplay is how like those like content farm slot videos get like millions and fucking billions of views like just like all the time. And I kind of had this realization where I was like, oh my fucking god, there's a good chance that like my videos, since they're, you know, Scooby-Doo, they're just getting thrown into these like autoplay generated playlists for like kids, and like fucking little fucking 2-year-old babies are like watching my videos to the end because they just see Scooby-Doo and they're like, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, and then I'm just talking about like just the bullshit that I always talk about, and it's like, yeah, okay, because I don't know if that's actually what the case is. Because the one that has the longest view duration, like the most, is, you know, the first part. That's just kind of how like YouTube game playthroughs go. You know, just views just kind of gradually drop off as the series goes on. Because, you know, that's just kind of how it is. You know, people kind of, for the most part, you know, like they'll lose interest. Trying to think. Thinking's real hard for me. A likely thing is that it's like, no, it's just, this was just a really good episode, and, you know, people are just, like, watching it for, you know, extended durations. I think I'm hearing kids outside my window. For context, I'm in, like, just a one-floor, like, condo. It's, like, you know, the main level and then, like, the basement directly under, and I swear I'm hearing, because like where my PC is, I'm like right directly from my window. I swear I'm hearing like kids playing outside, which I don't know, I always think it's kind of sad when I just hear about how like kids just don't really play outside anymore, like ever. I think it's just kind of sad. So whenever I'm on like, I don't know, the bus or something, or I'm like walking to my bus stop or just, you know, whatever I'm doing, I see like, you know, kids like, you know, biking around outside, or like they're, you know, playing fucking, I don't know, tag or like something. I don't know, it just makes me happy knowing that it's like, okay, good, these kids aren't just on their phones, just like doom scrolling for hours and hours and just, you know, just like wasting their youth away. Like they're, you know, they're actually like playing and doing fun things. It makes me happy to know that. Because like, man, one of my biggest dreams, I feel like I've talked about it before. I want to be a dad so goddamn badly someday. I would love to be a dad. That game Pragmata has like done irreversible like mental refortification of wanting to like be a dad someday. And like I definitely feel like as a dad, I would really want to make sure that my kid or kids, ideally I would want just, you know, one kiddo, but I don't know if it's in the cards, if it's like, you know, 2 kids. I think 2 would be like the absolute like max limit for me. No more than X. 1 kid is just really expensive. 2 is really goddamn expensive. 3, you're out of your fucking mind. But like, you know, 2 limit. So I'll just say for sake of just brevity, you know, kids. I would really, really want my kids to be able to like experience the world and go out and see things and meet people and do like cool, fun things, you know, actually experience the world and everything it has to offer, not just behind a screen, which I know is rich coming from me, somebody who plays video games fucking all goddamn day, all the time. But I don't know, I think it's just kind of sad when you hear about how kids are like, oh yeah, I never really go out or do anything, I just, you know, just kind of hang out on my phone all day. Or when kids hang out and all they do is they just they hang out, but they just are on their phones while they're hanging out. Like, I get that, like, you know, spending quality time together, like, is, you know, really great for friends, and it is one of those things where it's, you know, if you can't just chill with your friends in silence, like, if you have to always be talking, then, you know, you should kind of, no! You should, you know, try and, like, improve it so it's like, you know, you can just hang out in silence and still have, like, a great time. Can I teach this to anybody? I really doubt it. No, none of you can learn it. Substitute's a great move, but I don't really have anybody that can utilize it. I don't think I'll have anybody on my team that can really utilize that. I'm not going to be having any, like, super duper high HP Pokemon. I'm now remembering one of the other reasons why I came here is I want to use these, like, rubs and get a couple of these guys purified so I can kind of get the purification machine, you know, kind of, you know, get that shit rolling a bit sooner. I like doing, I like just kind of snap my fingers to, you know, kind of convey, like, hey, let's get this show on the road. Cologne case. I don't realize I had that many Vivid Sense. Why did I use it on you? This should fully purify him. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got Nummel first, so I feel like you're closest to opening your heart. That is such a good song from Sonic. Have I ever talked about how I feel about Sonic Adventure 1 versus Sonic Adventure 2? I feel like I'm in the minority. I honestly prefer Sonic Adventure 1. Who's playing Live in the Dream? Oh, it was too slow. Oh well. Who's up living they dream? But I feel like I'm in a bit of a minority. I honestly prefer Sonic Adventure 1 to 2. And even more so, I prefer the Dreamcast versions because the GameCube versions of the Sonic Adventure games have done irreparable damage to how people view those games. They are completely fine on Dreamcast. They aren't, like, weird and buggy and, like, shitty like they are on the GameCube version, where it's just, like, the controls feel really weird and off, and, like, the physics don't, they feel like they don't really make sense, and, like, everything just feels really weird and, like, bad. The Dreamcast versions are nothing like that. And moreover, huge reason why the Dreamcast version is better than the GameCube version. You guys ever see what Sonic looks like in the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure 1? Dude's face looks like it's fucking made out of putty. When he's like, "Aw, yeah, this is happening." In the beginning, his face is like stretching and contorting. It's like the Jim Carrey Mask movie. He looks really fucked up and like terrifying, but I love it because of that. I think it looks really funny. And some of the other characters have weird kind of facial animations like that, and they changed all that in the GameCube version, and like I think it loses some of its like charm and personality. I also just think they just don't look as nice on the GameCube either. I think Sonic Heroes looks fine because that game was kind of made with that generation in mind. But when they changed those games from the Dreamcast to the GameCube, everything just looks really shiny and weird, and like I don't I don't like how they look. They look fucked up. there, and then, sure. Alright, you got a good tempo going. Who am I gonna take along? I guess you. You're holding a Pokemon. Who's the next? Oh, who's the next highest level? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a sailor by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You're coming with me, Gulpin. Cool. Oh, I finally set up that TikTok account that I was talking about doing. I still do not enjoy TikTok, but that website is like one of the kind of best ways to like get more eyes on you. So hey, if you want big funnies, some big funny stinky Sagata Von Doom big funny moments part 37, then go on there. I put some up already. They got like no fucking views because I don't know how like the TikTok metagame quote unquote works. Also, I'm gonna fight all these guys. I want some more XP. I'm not really sure how the whole TikTok metagame works. I just put them up. I put the hashtags in there, and I'm just gonna kind of let them do their own thing. I feel like since I haven't like followed anybody or started liking things yet, it's like not putting my stuff onto people's feeds. So I imagine that's how I'll fix that. I'll take a look like after when I'm done tonight. I don't know. I'll go on like Vinny's TikTok and I'll just like everything on there. Maybe that'll be like, oh, this guy likes Twitch stuff. Let's push him to Twitch viewers. Oh boy. You know, maybe it'll do that. I feel like being a content creator now is so much more different than what it was even like 7-8 years ago. I don't know, I feel like content creation pre and post COVID are like, they're just two completely different beasts. Because like with Pt.2, like literally it was just, oh, he had an audience from what he had before, and then he just started streaming. Everybody kind of went to that, and like, yeah, that was just, yeah, he's just got a solid audience just, from that. Let me kind of adjust myself. Oh my god, my back cracked like a bunch of Rice Krispies. Oh, that felt nice. I need like a giant to like pick me up and fucking like bend me like a V over and over and over again, like just like do. You can't see the motion I'm making with my arm, but like imagine like you have like your hands and you're like kind of bending them like downwards, then upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards. I need like a giant to come by and like do that to me and just like crack every single bone in my body. I thought his name was fucking Derp. I genuinely thought his name was goddamn Derp. Did you know that Derp started from the Matt Stone and Trey Parker movie Basketball? I never knew that. I think it's really weird that the term Derp was made from that movie. There's just something kind of fucked up and odd about that. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I'm not even commenting on the fact that his name was just Dirt. Imagine your parents hating you so goddamn much that they name you Dirt. Like, what a fucking cruel gambit of life. You're born, your name is Dirt. It was fucking over before it even started. Oh yeah, going back. Because I remember what stream was it? I think it was either part 1 or part 2 of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Why the fuck did I use fire on you? What the fuck is my problem? Why did I do that? Oh no, not knockoff, you fucker. You son of a bitch. Now I'm doing 10% less damage. God damn it. You know what? I shouldn't even be using Fire against. I should be using Feint Attack. But, yeah, I think it was either part 1 or part 2 of Panutz's, DK Banana Stream. I think it may have been part 2 because I was able to actually, like, tune in for all of that. But I remember there was one person in the chat that was like, I'm pretty sure they were like a new viewer. They were like, bro, how do you have this many people watching? Where's your socials? And Mike was just like, I don't have any social medias. I just kind of started streaming. And everybody just kind of came back after my hiatus. It's really, because it is really, really interesting because Mike, I mean, he was primarily streaming, again, like pre-COVID, pre-TikTokification of the internet when like short form content became like the norm. So it's like, it's almost like he's like a streamer from the past, but like in the modern time. So in other words, this 97-year-old streamer does still, or makes content the old-fashioned way. This 97-year-old Twitch streamer streams the old-fashioned way. Is that my chair? Yeah, that was my chair. Sure thing, babe. As much as I want XP for all my, like, lads, I kind of want to speed up, the purification for these guys. This is Duel Square. We live by tradition here. There's no need for greetings, just battle. Okay. Railing. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The characters in this game have just such fuck-ass weird names like that. Like Dirt. Fucking Dirt. Carvanha's such a cool Pokemon. Scary face. Every time I see that move or Mud Slap, I just think of that GIF where it's the Golem using Mud Slap on Espeon from Pokemon Stadium 2, and like it looks like he just fucking like falls over and fucking takes a big fucking stinky shit all over the Espeon. It's so fucking funny. And then people edited the I think it was the Pornhub logo onto the bottom of that clip too. Man, if I wasn't using the other Pokemon, the water type that I'm planning on using, I would honestly kind of consider using Sharpedo. There's a part of me that honestly might use Sharpedo up until I get that Pokemon, honestly. I may actually consider doing that. I love Ipom. Ipom's such a cute Pokemon. I love a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon. I think Gen 2 is like, pound for pound, I think one of the strongest new Pokédexes that like they had ever put out. There's so many bangers in Gen 2. You got, you know, Ipom, Quillfish. I love Yanma. I get that Magcargo sucks really badly. It's just a genuinely not good Pokemon, but I don't know, I really like the Magcargo line a lot. I mean, Houndoom and Houndour. I think this is gonna kill Carvanha. Because you can't change. Oh no, you can change the targets, okay. Skarmory. Skarmory is a certified Hood Classic for a Pokemon. What else? Who else was there in Gen 2 that I like? Miltank. Miltank is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Lordy, how could I forget Tyranitar? I adore Tyranitar so much, man. He's just so, like, Guy. He's just such a big fucking dude. I love Pokemon that are just, like, big round fucks. You got, like, Rhydon, Kangaskhan, Nidoking and Nidoqueen, Kangaskhan. Did I say Kangaskhan already? I feel like I did. Electabuzz and Magmar. Just, like, round bastards. I think round bastard is one of my favorite genre of Pokemon. And then, yeah, Tyranitar in Gen 2. I feel like most of the strongest Pokemon designs are ones that take pretty clear inspiration from like kaiju designs, because like again, like Tyranitar just looks like Godzilla. Like he's so close to Godzilla. I'm gonna hedge my bets that he's gonna physically attack Carvana and kill himself with Rough Skin. Well, would y'all look at that? Would y'all look at that? I fucking read your bluff, motherfucker. I read you like a goddamn Dr. Seuss book. But yeah, like, oh, he's in reverse mode. Yeah, Tyranitar just looks like Godzilla. Nidoking and Nidoqueen look like big kaiju. Rhydon especially. Rhydon reminds me a lot of, who is it that I'm thinking of? There's a kaiju with a horn on its, like a drill on its face, isn't there? I feel like I remember seeing that, but I could also just be geeking, and that isn't, like, actually a kaiju design. I think I may just be thinking of, Mechagodzilla, because doesn't he use drills at some point? Like, his arms turn into drills? Or again, am I just like geeking? Was that only like a thing in the Godzilla fighting games? Those games are fucking awesome, by the way. The Godzilla fighting games on like GameCube and Xbox are sweet. They're so good. Oh, he's fucking dead. He went belly up. That's fucked up. You know, let's throw Delcatty in there. What's the one? Godzilla Save the Earth, I think it is, which is basically just like an improved version of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. That game is a really fun version of Gigan to play. I think I mentioned it during Sly Cooper, but Gigan, that's my favorite kaiju. I think he's just really cool. I like his big buzzsaw belly. I like his scythe hands, and I like the the fucking noise that he makes where he uses the laser. The like noise that it makes. I think it's really fun. I don't think I've ever actually seen that move be used in this game. That was a weird sound effect for that. Nice. I didn't count on losing. What a surprise! Cool. That's the rule around here. Do I even need to heal? No. You know what? I should. I'm gonna go heal. I'm glad that I'm feeling fine. Oh! I'm glad that I'm feeling fine, because, earlier, today when I woke up, it was so fucked up. Before I was even consciously, like, aware that I was even awake, immediately my right calf just, like, cramped the fuck up horribly. I had to walk, like, Junkrat all day, and, like, I had to, like, walk on, like, my tippy toe. Kind of like, you know how like when somebody kind of stretches their body up to like reach something, they kind of go on like the tips of their toes. I had to walk around like that on my right foot all day for a while, because having it be like flat, I think was just kind of putting too much pressure on like the muscles in my calf, and it just really fucking hurt, so I couldn't walk around like that. But it feels way better now, which I'm very thankful for. I remember I got home after going out and getting all my things, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. If I'm like not able to sit comfortably, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but we're good. We are A-okay. Oh, it's so close. Murkrow's another cool Gen 2 Pokemon I like. Oh, Stantler I like. Girafarig is really great. I got a newfound love for that guy from my Heart Gold playthrough that I did a couple years ago. I used a Girafarig, and it was really good. I'm shocked by like how actually like good it was. Another Pokemon, there was so much work and effort that went into making this Pokemon like usable the way that I wanted to, but it was an Umbreon. But the way I did it was I got the Eevee from Bill, and then I caught a Smeargle, and then I went out of my way to find a Slowpoke that had Curse on it. Got the Slowpoke to use Curse, copied that onto Smeargle, and then I bred the Eevee and the Smeargle together, and it got on the Eevee that was born. It had the move Curse on it as a egg move, so I finally did all of that, and then I turned it into an Umbreon, and then I taught it the move Payback, I think it is, the one that if you move second, it does like double damage. So you know, you got an Umbreon, already really tanky, pretty slow, and then you put Curse on it to make it even fucking stronger and slower, and then you use Payback, which is same type attack bonus. That thing was like a fucking nuclear warhead. It would just one-shot everything after like 2 curses. That thing was insanely goddamn strong. I think that was the first time in like a single-player Pokemon game where I like went out of my way to like make a Pokemon like with like a gimmick and make it really good. Because I think I mostly just kind of play Pokemon single player, just really kind of simply. Like I don't try any kind of weird, fun like baton pass gimmicks or like substitute kind of things like that. Because I'm gonna keep it real. The single player Pokemon games, they're not really that hard. You don't really need to do big, cool, complex teams to get through them. You can if you want. There's nothing stopping you from doing it, but like, I'm gonna keep it real. You can kind of just have your starter level, your starter be horribly over leveled the entire game, and you can just kind of brute force your way through it, with the exception of like maybe Emerald and then like Black 2 and White 2. The single player Pokemon games are not terribly complex and hard. Not saying that these are like simple, dumb, like baby shit games either. I like Pokemon because of the extreme customizability that it has. I don't think there's a single other RPG that has nearly as much player expression in it that Pokemon does. Because like, you know, like in something like Dragon Quest III, for instance, you can have, you know, a fully customized party. You can choose their personality traits, and that can influence their stats a bit. But Pokemon, the sheer number of party members, like potential party members that you can have, plus like the moves they can learn, the individual values, effort values, their abilities, their natures, like there's so much that can be controlled by player agency in these if you know what you're doing, that like I really don't think there's like any other RPG that's quite like that. Again, like maybe Dragon Quest III. I know there was that game, what was it called? Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. I think that game had like 100, yeah, as it says on the tin, there's like 100 different party members that you can get throughout the course of the game depending on what you do. There's also, I know the game that is based on Suikoden also has like a crazy high party member roster, but like again, at this point Pokemon has over 1,000 Pokemon that you can potentially use. Like that, the sheer number of party members that you can have in Pokemon is just like absurd. It's like insane. Alright, let's go up. Welcome to ONBS. My name is Meg. Oh boy. Shrew. This Shroomish is my friend, isn't it cute? I love how, like, in Pokemon, people always refer to Shroomish as being cute. There's, that one dude, the, what was it, Devon Corp, in Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire, like, right in the beginning in, what's the forest? The first, forest that you go into in that game. What is that called? Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name of that forest. Regardless, that forest has that one dude in it, and he's like looking around for a Shroomish. And I swear he refers to Shroomish as like being very cute, I'm pretty sure. I can't go in here yet, right? Yeah. You, little lady. You're an unmarked side quest. Come with me. The little girl joined the party. I'm just noticing this game has kind of impressive reflection effects, like, for the time. Like, that looks, like, really nice. That looks really good, honestly. Oh, hey, I remember you. No, not here. Here. Here you go. Oh, this isn't going well. I have to go back to the air soon, but my candy hasn't come back. Oh, mommy. One sec. Okay, yeah, no, there's definitely kids playing outside. They are, like, really loud. What are they doing out there? Jeez. I'm sorry, mommy. I went out of your room for just a minute, but then I couldn't find it again. That guy brought me here. Oh my, how very kind of you. Thank you. And yeah, if you talk to her, you get a Soothe Bell. That item's like good. I mean, also, actually, because you have a Teddy Ursa that knows return right out of the gate, it's actually kind of a good item to have, honestly. I was going to say it's, you know, not terribly great, but it's good for, you know, if you really need to raise friendship. But if you're planning on using Teddy Ursa, if the friendship for it isn't, like, maxed out by now, it definitely will be. Because, okay, when I was a little kid, I need to go get that item, actually. When I was a little kid, I played this, but I never got to play Colosseum, so I was mystified by what this little area was. I was so, like, I was sure that it's like, oh, there's, like, a secret in there. There's, like, Mewtwo is in there or something. But then I learned years and years and years and years later, through Colosseum, that, no, that's actually where, is that how you get to the Under? Fine, I'll go. I think that's how you get to the Under in Colosseum. I've never finished Colosseum, just because, like, I think I just got really frustrated with, like, the save system in it, and I just didn't have, like, the patience for it. Now I'd be completely fine to play it, and I'll probably play through it on here, on stream, when it comes out on NSO2, but, yeah, pretty lady, yeah, Anka, yeah. I'm so curious if anybody even knows what I'm fucking referencing when I'm saying yeah like that. I'll explain in a moment, but, yeah, I'd like to play Colosseum and, you know, actually properly beat it. I think I also never bothered to play through it because when I was a younger little kid, I just watched Chugga Conroy play through it, and I was like, yep, that's good enough. that substitutes actually playing it. Now, of course, I'm like, no, if you want a proper informed opinion, you should really, you know, play it yourself. I've been expecting you. You're Darian, right? I'm Net. And this is Bit. More like bitch. He's my friend and invaluable partner. Aw. Bitch, pleased to meet you. We heard from Professor Crane. Sounds like you pulled off a daring rescue. Yes, bitch. No, now's I'm not gonna call him bitch the whole time. That's gonna get old really fast. Yes, but now's not the time to waste chatting. Let's see the data Professor Crane called about. Darian handed the data ROM over to Net. I've deciphered something similar to this before. It brings back memories. Okay, I think it's going to take some time for me to check the contents of the data ROM. Can you wait a while I do that? Hey Net, how's this for an idea? Our news team should be out visiting Duking at one of his Pokespots to file a story about wild Pokemon. Since he's got free time, why not have him go visit Duking as well? Hey, that's a good suggestion, Bit. Are you interested in wild Pokemon? It wouldn't hurt to go look now. Oh yes, may I have your P*DA number? I'll contact you as soon as I find anything out. Darian gave the P*DA number to Net. Thank you, I'll try to decipher this as quickly as possible. By the way, Bit, where's our news team? I think they said the Rock Pokespot. I think this Pokespot was the destination. Okay, Darren, go out to the Pokespot and wait for me to call. Who knows, you may see some old Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, when I was being like, yeah, there is this guy. He's been doing it for like decades now. He's like a crank caller, a prank phone caller. I think crank calling is like the other term for it. His name is Longmont Potion Castle, and he's surrounded and shrouded in mystery because nobody really knows who he is. He's somehow kept his identity secret since like, I think he's been doing it since like the 80s. The 80s or like mid 70s. Nobody knows who this dude is. He's never given up the ghost. Nobody like knows who this guy is. Complete mystery. And one of my favorite videos that he ever did, I guess one of my favorite prank phone calls that he ever did, somebody uploaded like a ton of them on like YouTube as like just a hey, here, like these are like up here to be archived. My absolute favorite one that's where the yeah comes from is it's called A Pound of Salad. And it's incredibly goddamn funny. He's calling, I think it's like a pizza place in like New York, like a pizza place or a bar or something. And the thing that's so great about Longmont Potion Castle is that he doesn't just immediately go in with like some Baba Booey shit. Like he takes the time to kind of like slow burn, slowly build it up, and like he starts out really, really subtle at first in a way where it's like you can like, if you're on the receiving end of the phone call, you could totally understand being like, oh, there's just some weird interference going on, or like the phone is acting kind of weird. Especially because around the time he called, I think that was when like payphones were still like a very commonly used thing. So again, totally understandable that it would just be like some interference with like the phone call. All right, let's yeah, some Poke Snacks. Yeah. Okay, so because this isn't the area that I need to get the Pokemon that I need from. The one I need is in the Oasis spot. Alright, Pokespot, P*DA, yeah. So yeah, you got, I don't know if it'll show it. Yeah, okay, so you got this one, the Oasis spot, that's where I need to go. And then there's the Rock spot. I'm just gonna fucking jack it and then fucking leave. See ya, fucking idiot. Yes, the Oasis spot. This is where I need. This is what I need. I always thought that little camera zoom in was really, really, really weird. Oh, it's you. You're the lad who helped us out on that news show. Thanks much, mate. I'm surprised you came out to a place like this. It means geez, it must mean you're seriously interested in wild Pokemon. That's marvelous. This makes it all worthwhile. My teaching you, I mean. So you fine, upstanding lad, lover of wild Pokemon. I have some special information that you'll find special. But my friend, I also have to ask a favor asked. I don't know if it's because I'm just stupid and can't read, or if I just read quicker than like my brain can process the information I'm seeing for me, but like, Jesus, I swear I don't stutter this much in real life and misread things. I swear, I promise I'm not this fucking dumb. Yeah, thank you kindly.
You see, there are several Pokemon that hardly ever show up at Pokespots. Trapinch, Surskit, and Wooper. I'm having a rotten time of it trying to catch those 3. If you were to catch them, I'd gladly trade you some of my Pokemon, mate. I'm counting on you, mate. I've got to be on my way now. This guy has the potential to give you a Larvitar, and I would have loved to use Larvitar, but there's one huge but that comes along with it. You can't re-nickname the Pokemon you get from him, and not being able to nickname the Larvitar would just drive me up the fucking wall because I like nicknaming my Pokemon. I think it's really lame that you can't nickname gift Pokemon in the Pokemon games. I think it's just really fucking annoying. But yes, Lament Potion Castle. So, the episode A Pound of Salad. It's so great because it starts out completely fine, completely normal. There's some little things here and there, but as the video goes on, he must have this kind of thing where like, he can like record audio and like remix it on the spot and like overlay it and like change the pitch and the speed, because again, it starts out where like like he goes yeah like that, but then he records it, so then he starts saying yeah, and then he like overlays like 3 instances of it at varying speeds, so he's like yeah, like whenever he's saying that, and it sounds so fucking weird. Or the other part I love too, I really encourage everybody listening to this to please look up Longmont Potion Castle, a liter of salad. I really encourage it because it is insanely goddamn funny. There's this part where he laughs and he simply says ha like that, but then he like records and hits that shit, so he goes ha 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 and laughs like that, and it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That video is so funny. I really cannot just convey just how funny a liter of salad is. Please look up a liter of salad. That video is so... Was I saying a pound of salad the whole time? I think I was saying a pound of salad. The video is called a liter of salad. I think in the video he asks for a liter of salad, a pound. Yeah, no, I think he asks like... What the fuck does he ask for? He asks for like... Yeah, I think it's like 2 liters of salad, 5 pounds of cola, and then like 50 chicken wings, which, to be fair, saying 50 chicken wings, that's not like a totally out there thing to ask about. But like, mad, whenever he says fucking liter of salad, it just kills me. It's so funny. Oh, also, yeah, by the way, Mirror B, this is one of the single best characters to ever be in any Pokemon game. This dude's design is insane, and his music is so fucking good, and I think it's so funny that he exclusively uses Pokemon whose, like, animations like this look like they're dancing. This single trainer has more soul and love in it than, like, almost the entirety of every modern Pokemon game. This game has soul. This game has, like, heart and character. Another fun fact, I was going to use Voltorb before I decided on Jolteon. Any Pokemon where, like, I was considering using it, I'll kind of bring it up as they come up, because, I think it's kind of interesting when it's like you're like considering using Pokemon, but then like, you know, you decide against it for like one reason or another. Because in general, I don't like having overlapping types. I think the only exception is in Gen 3, because there's just so much fucking water traversal they have to do. Ooh, ouchies, ouchie bears. Oh, please don't hit fucking Houndour. Please don't. Okay, thank God. Good. But, oh, jeez, what am I trying to think of? Right, Gen 3, there's so much water traversal that, like, I usually have 2 water-type Pokemon on my team just so that way I'm not, like, constantly running back and forth to the PC for, like, dive and waterfall and, like, just all that bullshit. I should really heal you. You need, you know what? I'm going to... Yes, actually, I'll, Oh, son of a bitch! God damn it! I didn't realize I was highlighted on him. Well, I guess I'll fully heal both of you. Okay, I'm watching my mic. I'm glad that, again, like, the kids playing outside isn't, like, getting picked up on my mic. Oh god, don't fucking hit Houndour. Please don't. Thank god this guy keeps on fucking whiffing this. Oh shit, yeah, I really don't want him to hit. He will probably one-shot Houndour, actually. That is probably just what'll fucking happen. You know, I'll just use a super potion. God, the animations in this are so much better than the new ones. Like, man. Like, look at that! That's so much better than just kind of being like, and getting, like, knocked back a little bit. And there are some people, I put people in quotation marks, these savages, let's say, that say, oh, but Pokemon XD, the animations are so long, they get so tired and so, you know, overdone by the end of a playthrough, and it's like, motherfucker, I don't mind. Does this even affect him? Oh, it does. Okay. I always think that electric Pokemon have immunity to paralysis for some reason from moves like Thunder Wave. I don't know why I always think that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because, like, poison Pokemon can't get poisoned, I guess. Man, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I don't mind that the animations in this are so long, because they look good. They're all good-looking animations, so I don't mind seeing them over and over again. They're really fun and, like, cool in-game. Yeah! Alright, and I'm remembering that, I fucking knocked C-Dot the fuck out, so we're gonna have to fight Mirabee again at some point to get that C-Dot. I think Voltorb also holds a magnet, and that's like the electric equivalent to the charcoal, so I should really go and get that Voltorb from a PC. Ugh. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. It sucks. I can usually sit for a while, but like, fuck, whenever I like get up or like adjust myself, it feels like my fucking ass bones are just like shattering. Darren, I haven't completed analysis on the data ROM, but I did make a stunning discovery about Cypher's plan. Please come right away. We need to discuss this in person. Yes, sire. Yes, sir. I want to go back and purify Pokemon though, because I think Spheal has been waiting to get purified for a hot minute now. So let's go get him. Let's go get him, partner. Yes. Isn't there another one? Do I have one that can be purified? You're kind of close. Do I have Cologne? I said that in like such an inquisitive way. No, I don't. That's fine. Wow. What incredibly unique Pokemon game. I wish they would do another game like XD, but quite frankly, I don't really trust the Pokemon Company and Game Freak to make a game as good as this one again. Which is also why I'm glad that they didn't remake this game. Because I'm pretty sure if they remade XD, they would have just completely fucked it up completely. They would have completely changed all the animations and the models to be like all the modern ones, and like I just do not want that at all. No, I want you. I might throw Gulpin in the Purified Chamber next. Alright, let's get you out here. Which one is, okay, it's the same. Yes. That one's almost completely full, actually. I never really got the whole this. Because is that like where it like starts? Because it doesn't seem like it really has that big of a bearing on it. I could also be completely wrong. That dropped it completely. Yeesh. I was gonna say, can we get 2 chambers going? But like, no, that just drops it so quickly. Alright, gimme that magnet. You get this magnet. Here, take this magnet, do not put it up to my CRT TV. Jolteon, if you put it up against the CRT TV, I will skin you alive. Ain't it fucked up how CRT, so I have a big CRT, I like my CRT a lot. Ain't it fucked up that that thing is basically just a gigantic fucking bomb that can just explode at any moment and just like kill everything in like a several meter radius? Ain't it just fucked up that those were just like a common thing in households? I know that they have stuff in place to prevent them from just, again, violently exploding all over the place, but like, I always kind of forget that like I'm sitting near like a fucking bomb that like if I just hit it hard enough, or if like the screen like gets fucked up on it, then like it'll just explode and it'll just kill me. Groan, there's bad trouble. A bunch of shady characters snuck in and took Meg, the receptionist, hostage. Groan, cough cough. Shrew, shrew, shrew. So yeah, this place is getting sieged by Cypher goons. Whoops, you're not going this way. Yeah, you and what army, motherfucker? Ret. Oh, that's the Good Mythical Morning guys. Fucking Wretch and Link. Borboach. When the fuck does Houndour evolve? Is it soon? I kind of hope it's soon. I like Houndour quite a bit, but I want Houndoom. When does he evolve? Is it like 30? I feel like it's level 30. Let me Houndoom. When do you evolve? Level 24? Damn, you're about to evolve. Okay, cool. Awesome. I thought it was later than that. Sick. Okay, well, he's gonna get real strong real quick. Nice. Let me, get something here. Alright, sick. Beaten by a punk like you? Oh boy, he's evolving. Oh, he's changing. He's morphing. He's mighty morphing. He's changing. He's changing. Shwa! Oh, that resized it. One sec, let me, Excuse me. Is there a reason why I can't, Sorry, one moment. Man, I pre-tested this and it didn't resize. What the hecky? What? Sorry, one moment. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, what the fuck? No, he's just he's just in there now. What the fuck? Oh god, do I have to do this like all manually? What the fuck? That's really lame. Why, is it because it's in this little folder? Sorry, one second. Okay, that... Man... Trying to make it all organized and, like, done in advance made it... Fucking ruined it. It ruined a cool moment, god damn it. There. Okay, well... Alright, lesson learned. Don't group them together, I guess. Man, that's unfortunate. Why did it, like, change? What the fuck? Well, I mean, there we go. We got our boy. Ha ha ha. You look mystified. You don't know how I managed to be on the elevator with you, do you? I'll tell you what I did. I braced myself flat up against the ceiling. It takes a lot of strength, not bad, huh? I demand your respect, and now, we battle! I think that guy's kind of funny. Torquing. I'm fucking torquing my shit. Who up porkin' they piggy? Yeah, look at him, he's so cool now. He was cute before, now he's just cool. He's a cool guy. Yeah, just fuck him up, I guess. I know Chug Conroy brought this up in... I think it was his Emerald playthrough, because that's when Surskit... Because he always does... I really like them, those, like, bios on, like, every Pokemon as they, like, become available in each playthrough. And he just kind of talks about the Pokemon briefly. But, I think he brought it up in that playthrough. I'm always curious how Misty would have felt about Surskit, because she loves all water Pokemon, but she hates bug Pokemon. She's terrified of them. So we have like an oxymoronical Pokemon for her. Would she love Surskit, or would she like hate it? Which what would it be? I'm very, very curious about how she would feel about it. Also, Kecleon. Kecleon is such a cool Pokemon. I wish its stats were a little better, but it's a really fun gimmick Pokemon. Makuhita. Are you Shadow? Yeah, you're Shadow. Makuhita's pretty... He's fine. He's pretty cool. Hariyama's neat. I wouldn't mind using Hariyama at some point, because I think it's cool that there's like a sumo Pokemon. And again, another like round fuck. Ugh, she hit me with the fucking pheromones. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit you with a charm so you're not hitting for nearly as hard. Also, I get Surskit into, was it Masquerain? Is that, the evolution? I get what they're going for, where it's like a water, like, larva bug Pokemon that turns into, like a flying Pokemon, like how mosquitoes start as, like, little larvae in the water and then they turn into mosquitoes, but, like, I don't know, it's so weird having a Pokemon go from, like, bug water to bug flying. And that was a really unique typing for a super long time until, was it Araquanid came out, and, like, they finally did another bug water. They did two in that generation. There was, Araquanid, and then, oh, that almost fucking killed it. Oh, fuck, that'll definitely kill it. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Fuck, I thought that thing had way more defense. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, now we're going to get Seedot, and we're going to have to get Makuhita for Mirror B. Fuck me. Son of a bitch. Makuhita fled somewhere. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's annoying. That's so fucking annoying. If all you need to answer are questions, if you comply, you won't get hurt. Hold it, punk. You shouldn't be snooping around. Oh, I'm so pissed off. God damn it. I don't know what it is about streaming. Whenever I stream these games that I usually have no issues with, suddenly it's just like, oh yeah, you're going to crit every time you need it to not crit, and you're also going to do way more fucking damage than you would expect to do, like, every single time. Like, god damn it. That one, and then, that one. Yeah, it was, Araquanid and Golisopod, I think it's Golisopod, the really, really cool Isopod Pokemon that, has the really funny gimmick of, like, when its HP gets too low, it, like, just throws one of your other teammates under the bus and just fucking forcibly switches them out. I think that's a really fun gimmick. I feel like so many of the new Pokemon are also, like, they're made with, like, a specific gimmick or kind of thing in mind. I don't like just how many signature moves there are now. I feel like every single Pokemon gets a signature move, and, like, I don't know, I feel like there's just, like, way too many of them. It made the few in, like, generations 1 through 3, because there was only, like, a good handful of them. It made them feel really kind of special and unique when you did get one, like, Kingler had Crabhammer, which it's such a shame. I love Kingler. Kingler was, like, not very useful at all until, like, minimum generation 4. Because you make it a physical attack with a crazy high physical stat, and then you make it pure water type, and then you also make its signature move Crabhammer. You make that water, so it's only special. It's like, man, this thing has such potential, but it just can't be used. Same thing as Crawdaunt. That thing was really, really, really underwhelming in Gen 3, and then when you got to Gen 4 with the physical special split, that thing just became a fucking monster. That thing benefited so much from the split, it's actually crazy. There's gonna be this really, really fun thing that's happening next week that I'm going to be going to. It's at, like, a local little, like, bar club place, and they're doing its free Rock Band and Guitar Hero that you can just go to, because it says no cover on things, so I assume that means that there's no entry fee. And all my, like, friends and coworkers are going, and at first I was very, very hesitant to go, because I was like, yeah, there's a good chance that, like, somebody that I really don't want to see will be, like, going there. I was talking to, you know, my friends and coworkers, and they're like, oh, there's a really good chance that they won't be there. They just don't see them being there. But I was like, okay, I guess I'll go. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. You're Shadow, aren't you? Yeah, you're Shadow. Vulpix is neat. Vulpix is really cute. Vulpix is insanely fucking cute. But, I'm just so hesitant. I'm just gonna fucking one-shot everything now. I'm too scared to use anything. I don't know, maybe Feint Attack the Vulpix. I feel like that won't fully kill it. It might even just get caught with a standard Pokeball, honestly. It's not like this thing has a crazy high catch rate. Or I guess low. It doesn't have, like, low catch rate, I guess would be more appropriate. But yeah, but that thing, I was really hesitant to go. I really wasn't, like, I was like, I don't even want to risk it, I don't want to risk running into them, but, yeah, everybody was like, no, they probably won't be there, it'll be fine. So, I was like, okay, fine, I'll go, but, if they happen to come in, okay, if they happen to come in, then, I'm just gonna kind of get up and leave without a word, because, like, again, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I just can't be in the same room as them. Again, having your heart get fucking shredded to pieces, it makes it hard to be in the same room as them. But that's all personal stuff. We don't need to sob story the stream tonight. Because we're having a good time. We're having fun. We're having fun. When I went grocery shopping today, I've recently gotten really, not like addicted, but I'm craving them constantly. You see, that's not addiction, that's called dedication. I'm craving them. They're from 7-Eleven. They're the beef and cheese taquitos, the taco ones. They are so goddamn good. They're so delicious. But I'm pretty sure they're so popular and people get them so often that they just very rarely have them. So I was at, you know, my, like, supermarket, and there were beef and cheese taco flavored pizza pops, and I was like, oh, interesting. And I looked at the ingredient list and compared them to the beef and cheese taquito ones for 7-Eleven, and they're damn near the same. They're almost the exact same, with the exception of, like, the, for a lack of better terms, the scary science ingredients is how I would describe them. The ones where you look on the back and you're like, monosodium dextrate, or whatever the fuck, I don't know if that's even one of them. But you get what I mean, like the ones where it's just like these like big fucking like long names where you're like, I feel like I shouldn't be putting this in my body. It was all like the same stuff except for like those, because again, I couldn't really remember them off the top of my head. So I was like, damn, I'll get these and I'll give them a try, because if they're like, if they taste basically the exact same, I might just get those from now on just so I can like consistently have them, because man, they're really good. They're really tasty. They're, as I always say, they're yum.com. I love that tweet where it's like, went on a date with a white girl that said yum.com after every bite of food. That's me. That's that's what I say. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. I feel kind of tired because, like, again, I woke up way earlier than I was expecting to, because as I mentioned earlier, I woke up, and before I was even consciously like aware that I was even awake, my right calf just started fucking like contorting and like clenching and just like cramping, and it was horrible. Oh, I had a new monster flavor today because I went to go get more monsters yesterday after my shift, and they had none of the safe flavors there that I liked. They didn't have any Aussie Lemonade, they didn't have any Pacific Punch, they had no Viking Berry even. There was none there that I liked that also had riboflavin in it, that also was fine to bring into the house, because again, Xander's allergic to mango, so Mango Loco is off the table, Mango Fiesta is off the table. Rio Punch, I am so fucking pissed that they put mango puree in the Rio Punch. That wasn't always like that. They just randomly added that and changed the formula, and I can't bring it into the house anymore, and I am so pissed about that, because I love Rio Punch, but I can't bring it anymore. If I ever have it, it has to be like an exclusively I keep it at work kind of thing. So I got Monster Reserve Peaches and Cream, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about Monster. Peach-flavored Monster seems fine, but peaches and cream? I don't know about that. It was fine. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, because I could have sworn I remember seeing somebody ranking it super lowly, where it's like, you know, tier list of like every current monster flavor. And I could have sworn that one was like way in the bottom tier, so I was not looking forward to trying it. But it was actually kind of fine. It was completely middle of the road. I don't know if I'll get it again, but I'm not upset that I have a second can of it in the fridge for me waiting. It kind of just tasted like you know those peach rings that Kenny the sour peach rings. It just kind of tasted like that. It's just completely fine. There's nothing too crazy about it. Speaking of Aussie lemonade, I have come to realize I fuck incredibly heavily with lemonade. I love lemonade so goddamn much. It may be my favorite beverage, honestly. Okay, seeing that poison effect reminded me when Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, because poison just doesn't affect you on the overworld anymore. I guess in the newer Pokemon games, which is really, really weird. I feel like that just removes such a big threat of getting poisoned. And so yeah, I remember seeing people on like r/Pokemon and stuff, and on Twitter where people being like, what the fuck is going on with my game? What's happening? Why is it glitching out like this? And it's like, oh, these people have never played the GBA Pokemon games before. They're experiencing poison for the first time. Because I remember when I was a little kid, when I first played for the first time too, I was super fucking confused as what was happening, where I was like, why is the game being weird? Why is it like screaming at me whenever I like walk around when my Pokemon's poisoned? And then, like, I didn't realize, and it was like, why did my Pokemon just faint? And then I kind of eventually kind of put two together. I was like, oh, when you're poisoned, it slowly kills your fucking Pokemon. And that was kind of a fun thing to like completely realize. But it was really funny seeing so many people being like, what the fuck's going on with my game? Why is it like glitching? And like I tried resetting, I tried uninstalling and reinstalling it. Why is it doing this? I don't think I've actually had a single Pokemon get burnt yet on the enemy team. I'm realizing it now. Or paralyzed by something that wasn't Thunder Wave. To be fair, I think it is because I'm like one-shotting most of the Pokemon. You know, to be completely fair and objective. Man, I don't know how I feel about Delibird. Delibird is such a funky, quirky Pokemon, but fucking god, this thing's stats suck. This thing is like unusable. Which I think makes, what was its robot equivalent called in Scarlet and Violet? What was it called? I'm blanking on what its name is. But that thing I've heard apparently is like crazy goddamn good, which I think is really funny. That its robot form is like, the regular one is like this like low tier like shit mod, like never use this thing, it's horrible. But then you get the robot version, people are like, this thing is a freaking nightmare beast to go up against. Oh, HP up. I don't know if any of my Pokemon can really utilize that. I honestly might just sell that. I'm pretty darn tough, I tell you. Be ready to be... Please don't see be ready to be creamed. Please don't say that. Please don't say get ready to be creamed to some fucking kid. Don't Why is every Cypher peon in this game such a fucking weirdo? I love Sneasel's, like, idle animation. His weird, like, elastic rubber claws that he can, like up and down. Like, let me, is it gonna show him again? Yeah, I feel like its claws are like rubber. It's like moving them up and down. It's really fucking weird. I like it though. I love Sneasel. I wish it was, like, actually usable. Because why the fuck did you make it ice and dark? And then you made it a physical attacker. And you not only made it a physical attacker, you made it a glass cannon physical attacker. What the fuck were you thinking? What is your goddamn problem? Why the hell would you do that? Also, Mischievous is cool. I think I just like a lot of Gen 2, honestly. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I am like really fucking tired. What the hell? Because I started a little later than I normally would. I was like 15 minutes late to the stream because I got home and I needed to cook, but it took a while to like make my dinner. So I started late. And fuck, I may be ending early too, because I'm just really tired. I don't know what the fuck is up. What's up? What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? You guys remember that video? Grand Slam at 3 AM at Denny's. That's a really good video. The story behind that video is like actually insane. It's really, really funny. Is this guy Shadow? He is! Duskull's a cutie. I like Duskull. I remember when I was a wee little kid, I had a keychain that was like a Pokeball that you could open, and inside was a little peg that you could like put specific like Pokemon figurines on that would come in those little Pokeballs. And I believe the two I had, it was a Duskull and then a different one. I can't remember which one's the other one I had, but I distinctly remember the Duskull. Duskull's really cool. I kind of wish I decided to use Duskull now that I'm thinking about it. Duskull's got a really cool design. Duskull, and then there's, yeah, it goes Duskull, Dusclops, and then Dusknoir. Fuck, I really like Duskull, actually. I've already come definitively to my conclusion on what Pokemon I'm using. More importantly, I don't want to have to redo this entire overlay, but, you know what? If I ever rerun Pokemon XD ever again, I think I will make a point to use Duskull. So I like Duskull, now that I think about it. Or man, if I ever play Pokemon Emerald, excuse me, I could also just use Duskull in that. But I feel like for the GBA games, I wanna just do randomizer Nuzlocke. I feel like that's what I would prefer to do. Man, as much as I don't really want to stop here, I don't know, I'm kind of tired. I'm like really fucking sleepy. No, I guess we would stop up here. Has the spawn monitor gone off? I don't think it has. No, it still hasn't. Yeah, yo, I think I may actually stop here. I'm really tired for some reason. You know, we went a little over 2 hours. I think that's good enough. That is fine. I always need to obsessively make sure I save. Alright, that'll do it for tonight. Tomorrow I will be back. I will probably be playing Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I'll give a nice little first impression blind play of it. And then after that, you know, we'll go to Sly Cooper. I might do Yoshi. We'll definitely be doing Sly Cooper. So, pretty much you'll know what the plan is based on, like, when I start. If I don't start at, like, 7 like I usually do, We'll do both games. If I start at 7, we will do Sly Cooper. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you had a nice night, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Good night, and goodbye. Hee hee. Bye!
Don't you want a rematch?